put these few words in practice, you will realize he is not telling you to give up life. He is telling you to give up the negativities or blockages which you carry in the life. Here he says, go beyond five senses. He is not telling, suppress your five senses. No. Other day, we were having conversation. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, you don't feel your body? I said, no. Who said? I don't feel I am body. I feel I am body also. There is a big difference saying that I am not body, I am not mind. People who try to say that I am not body, I am not mind, no. Be very clear. You can constantly repeat and try to believe, but you will never have that as experience. You can imitate any body language, anything of Mahavira, you will only grow. There is no such thing that you will come down or you will fall down. Saying or thinking constantly, I am not the body, is not the right technique or right method. Actually, when you have experience, you will go beyond body. You will not have idea, I am not the body. What life and intensity and energy you feel inside your body, inside your skin. See, now all of you feel life, that you are living inside your skin. The same thing you will feel with the whole cosmos, with the whole existence. That is what I call going beyond the body, going beyond the senses. Understand this simple one or two techniques that may give you the real liberation. Freedom from the known. Whatever you know or whatever you think as boundaries for your senses is the only difficulty. That's the real problem. The ideas which you are already carrying about what you can and what you can't is the main problem. As on now, you have a program. If I do all these things, by then my senses should become tired or should have excitement. You have a program. If I eat all these things, I will feel excited in my senses. Or if I do all these things, I will become tired. These boundaries which you are carrying for yourself is the most dangerous thing. You do not allow the natural thing to happen through you. You do not allow the automatic updating system. See, your senses are so powerful. It can update itself if you allow its intelligence to express itself. Patanjali says beautifully, with more and more experience, your senses are supposed to become more and more sharper and stronger. But as age grows, you only become more and more weak and dull. Why? Because you hypnotize yourself. See, the more you enjoy, you always think that not only you think, you expect that your senses will become dull. You are hypnotized. You are taught again and again. There is every possibility your senses will become more and more dull. The more you use them, more they will become dull. One important thing you don't understand, very important truth. Living inside the senses, even when they are not directly used for enjoyment, is the main reason for dulling the senses. Understand? It's a very important secret. You may even think this important secret. Living inside your senses, even while they are not being used for pleasure or joy, is the main reason why you make your senses dull and dead. Let me give you the example, then you will be able to relate with the idea of what I am saying. Many times, if you are conditioned for some religion or society or country, the opposite, the enemy, if he is killed, directly you are not contributing to it and you can't contribute. Directly you have no relationship, just cherishing, just enjoying. Same way lust you will understand very clearly. Enjoying the fantasies with persons who you can never connect with them in physical level, in personal level, and you can't even imagine about seeing them, but enjoying those fantasies, the fantasies which are not directly related to your life, which are not going to enrich your life, which are not going to add anything to your life. This is what I call living inside the senses, even while you are not deriving directly pleasure from it. Understand, it is a very important thing how we waste our life, how we waste our energy. Living inside the senses while you are really deriving excitement or pleasure, you do not lose energy because your senses are created to sense or to experience. Whenever you are seeing something which gives you pleasure, means when your eyes, it is not even eyes which is seeing, through eyes you are seeing. The chakshu, that is what we call. Chakshu is the energy which sees through eyes. Whenever the chakshu comes in contact with a beautiful scene and derives pleasure in these 2 points, it does not makes your senses dull. But your eyes are closed, you are not directly seeing those scenes, but those scenes are going inside your eyes. Means those fantasies, the fantasy about that place is there in front of your eyes. For example, whenever you see a beach or a hill or a snow mountain in TV, you always have a fantasy that you should be there. You should see those scenes and enjoy. But the big difficulty is when you go there, you don't have the joy. Actually, when you go there, when you are on the spot, you are only thinking when to get out of that place and what to do next. The real reason is why you want to go there. Deep down, every person has got a thirst just to disappear somewhere where you will not be recognized, where you don't have to hold your identity to protect you, where you don't need your identity for survival. So whenever you see a distant place where you are clear that nobody knows you, you always want to go there. But after going there, you try to establish the same old nonsensical identity to everybody. Whoever is staying there, you will tell, hey, do you know who am I? Do you know who am I? Do you know who am I? In 2 days, the whole world knows. And again, you want to escape from that place. Because now again, you have to keep your identity to protect you. Understand? You want to go there. Actually, the main reason is so that nobody will recognize you. You will be away from your identity. But after going there, you try to establish your identity and create more suffering and try to escape from that place also. Anyhow, understand this one important truth. When actually the pleasure is happening through your senses, when actually you are deriving the pleasure through the senses, it's like an object and you are energy and the sense. Sense means the eye or, or the nose or the tongue or ear or the touch. These are called senses. Your consciousness, when it touches all the five senses, it takes different name. When it touches your eye, it is called chakshu. When it touches your ears, it is called grana. When it touches your tongue, it is called tvak. It takes different name. And there is an object. Actually, when these three are meeting, pleasure happens in you. Exact moments in which the pleasure itself is happening, your senses do not become dull or tired. But when you try to fantasize and keep yourself in that same excitement, that is the moment your senses become dull. Understand, this secret will help you how to go beyond the senses without missing the pleasures. Let me be very honest. People come and tell me, in this young age you became Swami. They feel very sympathetic. But I tell you honestly, I feel sympathetic towards you. Arey, this guy is still suffering with the body, still caught in the world, and do not know the intense pleasure or bliss which you achieve when you don't live inside the senses, when you don't receive the pleasure. Understand? In your case, you may receive the pleasure through the eyes few minutes per day. Few minutes in your day, you may see some good scenes which you really enjoy, which you want to see again and again. But you spend whole day sitting inside your eyes. What I mean by the word sitting inside your eyes and spending whole day is, you can see, even while you are not enjoying the pleasure or beautiful things through your eyes, lot of things will be crashing inside your eyes. When your eyes are closed, you can see constantly the scenes which you want to see or which you saw will be crashing unnecessarily. That is what tires your senses. That is why, let me give you one more important secret. This is also from Patanjali. Person who is filled with fantasy will not be able to enjoy the reality. Person who is constantly fantasizing even about sex will not be able to really enjoy the moment if it happens in physical level. When in physical reality, when the other person is there, he will not be able to enjoy. Same way, the person who is constantly fantasizing about food will only fill himself. He will never feel fulfilled. You see, filling yourself is totally different from feeling fulfilled. A person who feels fulfilled will never fill himself. The monks in Jaina tradition or the Vedic tradition are not supposed to accept food specially cooked for them. They are supposed to cook and eat. The reason, you will feel a little tired and eat only once or twice a day. And if it is ready-made, directly available, hot, and everywhere, you will think, why not one more? And the size they serve, God, I can't imagine. And they tell that this is a medium size. Understand, you are not enjoying food. That is the truth. See, muscles are the place where you store the memory. Understand? You can't think by forgetting your body. Try to imagine, try to visualize your body is burnt, you don't have a body. And try to think, you will not be able to think even one thought. To burn the samskaras, there is a beautiful technique. In Jainism and Buddhism, both religions uses the technique. Sitting and visualizing as if your body is burnt. You don't have a body. You may think how that can remove the samskaras or engrams. Because your muscles are the place where you store your memories, from where you retrieve the memories. Now, understand these few things, then you will be able to correlate and see. You start storing many memories inside your senses even while you are not using them, while you are not deriving pleasure from them. For example, your memories about food, even while you are not eating, is getting stored inside your senses, and when really food comes in front of you, you think you should finish at least this much and try to grab, try to fill with the idea you will have more pleasure if you eat more. Understand? Only while you are thinking, you will have more pleasure if you think more, but not in living. In fantasies, if you fantasize more time, you will have that excitement. But in reality, it is not true. It is not based on quantity, it is based on the quality. In fantasy, it is based on quantity. In reality, it is based on quality. In fantasy, your pleasure about eating or sex or listening, you always think, oh, I receive pleasure by listening to one song 5 minutes. If I listen for 3 hours, then I have 3 hours pleasure. No. 5 minutes you are receiving pleasure because those 5 minutes you are intense. Try to do that same thing for 3 hours. What happens? But in fantasy, you always calculate based on your logic. In fantasy, you are not in reality. You conveniently forget important data. You conveniently forget many important data for pleasure. In reality, after your intensity is over, you will see that you are not experiencing pleasure anymore. But you do not want to say to yourself that you are not deriving pleasure because you created too much of hope on that sense. So you try to force your sense, no, you are going to have pleasure. Enjoy more, don't leave, don't stop. Maybe now you are not having, tomorrow you will have, don't stop the routine. Once your consciousness moves away, even your sense objects are touching your senses. It is no more pleasure. But now you feel empty because you expected too much from your sense objects. You had too much of expectation from the sense objects. You were thinking they will give you totally different thing. They will show you a different world. You do not understand the limitations of senses. And you think you will derive the pleasure eternally. No. But now you do not want to accept the reality, it is not going to be eternal because you believed it. You tell your senses, no, try once more, try little more. Try little more. We will have it. We can have it. You force. The forcing happens because you have more memories about those sense objects or those pleasures, then you can enjoy. You have more memories than your capacity. That is where the difficulty starts. Actually, living the simple, innocent life, when your senses wants to enjoy, you come in contact with sense objects, and your senses are enjoying, and the moment you feel that you know this joy, and you relax, and the sense objects also relax, is such a beautiful experience, such an innocent phenomena. It is so beautiful. It will only enrich your senses. You will never feel tired. But our lives are not so simple. Our lives are not so simple. We do not let go so easily, so freely, so joyfully. We catch, we hang on. Even after our senses are telling us, enough, we are done, relax, you say no. Who said? Once more. Let's have once more. Just trying to be more greedy because of too many memories recorded inside the senses. Here only we create problem. And not only that, staying inside those senses when it is not necessary also. Because half of your energy is sitting with your eyes, half of your energy is sitting with your ears, half of your energy is sitting with the tongue, half of your attention is sitting with the touch. Then how do you think you will feel fulfilled with one sense? No. So Mahavir, when he says here, go beyond 5 senses of touch, smell, sight, taste and hearing, he is not telling you to kill the senses. He is telling you to live inside only when it is required. You may ask, how to do that? How to do that? The best way is, whatever you are enjoying, be intense so that your whole attention comes away from other senses. Now if you are sitting and seeing me, visualize for a few minutes, I will not do anything except seeing. Let your whole being become seeing. Let your whole energy be only in eyes. Visualize clearly you are nothing more than eyes, nothing but eyes, just eyes. Forget about all other parts. Visualize there is only 2 eyes on the sky and seeing me, seeing what is going on. Forget all other senses. Suddenly you will see this rose will look more deeper way. This green will look greener. You will see the things more intensely. You will see the things deeply. You may not need these focus lights. You need these focus lights because you have lost light in your eyes. Your seeing is corrupted. Your seeing is covered by a film of thinking. You have always a film in front of you which is called thinking. As long as you have that film, thinking film in front of your eyes, you will never be able to see. You will never be able to see the reality. Anything, same way. Sit in your chair and touch something for 5 minutes and visualize that you are alive only in that few inch space. Your whole body is dead and you don't have any other parts except that few inches, except that few square inch. Be alive only on that. Suddenly you will see your whole attention and energy is gathering towards one sense. This is what we call pratyagara, means moving away from unnecessary senses. Understand, pratyagara does not mean moving away from all senses. I am not even asking you to move away from all senses. If you move away from all senses, you will fall into depression. No. Move away from unnecessary senses. The senses which are not directly useful. Which are not directly useful in that moment. This moment, naturally you don't need few of your senses. For example, taste. Now you don't need the taste because you are sitting and seeing. You may need eyes and ears. Move yourself completely to that. and relax from all other three: smelling, touch and taste. Just move yourself away from all three and be only hearing and seeing. Suddenly you will see you become intense. The tiredness or feeling sleepy will disappear. You feel sleepy if you are distributed to all your senses. You do not have that intensity. That is why you feel tired, you feel sleepy, and you are thinking of something else, and you are sitting here. And you just, if the next person pokes at you, I am listening. You listen, why are you disturbing me? I am okay, you do. And even that you don't want to tell in full words. Because if you utter full words, your sleep may get disturbed. So you just, all the memories which you stored in your muscles comes out, fights with each other, and gives you all illogical experiences. The unconnected, completely broken, disturbed experiences. That is what you call as a dream next day morning. It will not be logical. You will be with your wife, but you will be thinking that you are studying for your college examinations. Completely illogical. No time, no space. They are completely disconnected and disturbed. Sage should go beyond five senses of touch, smell, sight, taste and hearing. In all the worlds, including the celestial regions, the attachment to the sense pleasures is the root cause of physical as well as mental suffering. Understand? He says, even celestial regions, people are sometimes ready to renounce this world but not the heaven. People do tapas, control their senses so that they will achieve heaven in the world, in the other world. What they are going to have in the heaven? Higher level enjoyments. People don't drink here. If you ask why, no, when we go there, we will get somarasa. Who knows nowadays whether they serve there or not? Please do not give up the senses for that pleasure. No. Then it is a bargain. It's a bargain. No. Give up out of understanding, that's okay. But not for some other sense enjoyments. Person who follows such a strict brahmacharya goes beyond mental and physical sufferings. You expand, you go beyond mental and physical sufferings. All beings, including devas, Gandharvas, Rakshas, Danava, Yaksha, salute such a being. One more important thing. When we say all beings, including Devas, Gandharvas, Rakshas, Danava, Yaksha, salute such a being, not only the so-called Devatas who are in the metaphysical plane, even your own energies salute. Your own energies surrender itself to that being who has gone beyond the senses. When you see somebody who has really gone beyond the senses, without even your knowledge, all your senses will just sit in front of him like a pet. They will just sit. You will feel completely relaxed, in tune, completely at ease. Such brahmacharya is eternal and ultimate and never ending. By this, Several have become Siddhas in the past, are becoming Siddhas now, and continue to become Siddhas in the future. He says this is the technique. The technique which he spoke now means going beyond the five senses, not living inside your senses when you are not deriving enjoyment directly, not wasting your emotions like anger or lust when you are not really enjoying. Use your anger when it is directly needed for your business or your comforts or your luxury. Do not waste it by cherishing the violent informations like somebody is killed, somebody is murdered, somebody is kidnapped. See, you affiliate yourself with some people, some religion, some nation, and if the other enemies or the opposite party is suffering, means you feel enjoyment. Same way, you are seeing so many things which creates fantasy in the TV or cinema. Directly you are not even going to see that person, but just enjoying the fantasy, wasting your lust towards the objects which are not directly going to give you the pleasure, wasting your anger which are not directly going to add to your life. Use only the way in which your life is enriched. If emotions are used only to enrich your life, you are living a beautiful life. But many times you are wasting your emotions in a way in which your life is not directly enriched. A person who doesn't have memories in his muscles, who is not living inside his senses when he is not receiving pleasure, his body will look so graceful. It won't be ugly. When it becomes so graceful, you won't feel like covering it. That is why Mahavir lives a naked life. Because he do not have memory. He do not have memory of any outer world. He do not have memory of any sense pleasures. No memory stored in his muscles. They are so beautiful, so natural. So natural. Because he is nothing unnatural. Such brahmacharya is eternal, ultimate and never ending. By this, several have become enlightened in the past, are becoming enlightened now, and continue to become enlightened in the future. He says this is the ultimate technique for all three generations, past, present and future. So try to live inside your senses only really when you are deriving pleasure and joy directly. Otherwise, do not live in it. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Nithyananda, so after the profound revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we now come to the end of today's sessions of the glimpses of Paramashivoham. All the powerful cognitions that we received, all the initiations that we received during the live discourse with Swamiji, and all the techniques that we followed, all of this, let us allow them to become a part of ourselves. And the best way for us to do that is to join the Nitya Yoga session every day in the morning. The first session of the day, we start the day with yoga, which prepares our entire body and our entire being to be able to receive and imbibe and radiate all the powerful truths, the powerful cognitions, and the initiations that we receive during the sessions. It prepares ourselves so that again and again, the powerful cognitions get imbibed, get inscribed in our muscle memory. So they actually become a part of us and they form the basis for our living enlightenment. So do not miss the yoga session.
Yes, and we also invite you all to join the special live darshan and satsang, which is going to happen at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and that is 8:30 Eastern Time today. So make sure to not miss this special darshan, different time than usual, and make sure to bring all your fellow Sangha members and friends and family along. And don't miss this live Tamil darshan.
Yes, with that, we conclude today's sessions. Let us offer our deepest gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let us chant the Pura Mantra, closing our eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all so much, Nithyanandam.
And
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.